I'm Russel Mercredi, and my occupation is HR specialist here at Cameco's McArthur River operation. My job as human resources specialist is basically all the human resources functions on site, including recruitment, so conducting interviews, doing reference checks, right to new people when they come here, do an orientation with them, show them around the site. So there's the recruitment side of it. As well, there's the labor relations side of it. So if I have to issue disciplines or vice versa, if we have to reward people for outstanding efforts and things like that, I'm involved in that. And I guess I'm also the liaison, the first contact between myself and the union. We have a union here, so for labor relations things, work with our union a lot in terms of issuing them letters and correspondence with that to make sure that we're following our commitments that we have with them. As well, other HR functions, I guess, including supervision. I supervise the wellness coordinators, and he's responsible for the janitorial contract as well as the camp contract. So I supervise that individual. When the office supervisor isn't here or my boss, the HR superintendent, isn't here, I cover their responsibilities, which is supervising the clerks or other high-level HR things like that that my boss would cover. I guess I also cover if there's tours. We have a lot of visitors here, whether it's school groups or investors or just people from the community. Organize tours and meet the tour and might be their tour guide for a bit and things like that. So help out with tours. I also, I guess, going back to employees in these special programs, we run, for example, United Way program where people can donate to the communities or to United Way, and I oversee that and a whole bunch of other programs. But really, I guess in summary, I'm responsible for supporting the 400 employees that work here at any given time. Yep. For this job, you actually need a university degree. But back to high school, to get that university degree, you need to be strong at math as well as English. Those are the two most important things to be a human resources professional. Once you complete high school and if you move on to university and to pursue a Bachelor of Commerce or a business degree, those are the two most key things that you'll need, is to be strong in math and English. Okay. Yeah, I was born and raised in La Ronge and graduated from high school when I was 17. From there, pretty much that fall, I went straight to university at the University of Saskatchewan. I was in the College of Commerce there, so over 4 years I finished my degree and graduated. Throughout the summers, of course, I had odd jobs. I worked for different companies and stuff just to support my schooling. I was also fortunate enough that my marks in high school were high enough that I had scholarships, so my university degree was partially covered by that, so it made things a lot easier that way as well. And then upon graduating from university, took a little bit of time off and did some traveling and things like that. Figured since I want to work for the rest of my life, I might as well just take a little bit of time off and relax before I work till I'm 55 or 65 or whatever retirement will be. And then I was fortunate enough to get on with Cameco at their corporate office in Saskatoon. It was an entry-level job. It's called a payroll administrator. So basically, I just crunch numbers and calculations and process people's pay. And then from there, I did that for about a year, and then they asked if I would work in the HR administration, which is a bit more broader scope of a job position, processing pension and benefits and processing new hire paperwork and terminations paperwork and all sorts of different things. So it really got me really introduced into the HR field more, I guess, and more on the people side of things. So I did that for a little while, and then at the time they had some recruiters and whatnot that were going on vacations and things like that, and they asked if I'd do some coverage for that, do some coverage recruiting. So of course I jumped on that opportunity and Did some recruitment for a little bit, and then a job came open in Larange, and they asked if I wanted it. It was called Northern Recruitment Coordinator, so it basically was coordinating recruitment for Cameco's northern locations, and definitely took that opportunity, a chance to get back to the north, and it was good. I was there for about a year and a half, 2 years, and then this job came open here at MacArthur, and that's where I really wanted to be, was up at the site, kind of where all the action happens, and working at a big operation, and it's a fun place to be. So I put my name in, and I was fortunate enough to get this job, and I've been here for just over a year now. So that's really my story since high school.
Right on.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's a great job. Like, the job itself is fun. I mean, there's 400 people on site at any given time, so you really don't know what you're going to deal with when you come in for the day, but that's really where all the fun is, because everything's kind of new and exciting, and you solve problems and you help people out. So I mean, and you get paid well doing it. I mean, you can't really complain. And not just the job itself, but I work a week in, week off. So we fly up for a week, work and live here for a week, then I fly home back to Larange for a week, and that's great too. So every second week I'm at home for a week at a time, get to go snowmobiling or go on trips or whatever you want to do, right? So. And the other thing too, like when you take a week of vacation, so you have your regular week off, and then you have your vacation week, and then you're back to your regular week off. So every time you take a week of vacation, you got 3 weeks at home, and it's given me a good chance to go on trips, some places that maybe I wouldn't have been able to go to. Yeah.
Right.
I think it's important to get that good foundation and get those good marks in high school if you can. Try your best, and then it all starts with that high school degree. Once you get that, it really opens your doors to whatever you want to do. And you might change your mind later. So if you really just do well in all your subjects, you never know where it'll take you.